Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everyone, everywhere, depending on where and when you are joining Africa Online. We are so delighted that you are here with us, whether you're here in the Zoom room, whether you are watching on YouTube and or Facebook. We are so happy that you made it over. You crossed over. We are in a new year, 2026. And you know what happens every time the new year is coming? You start thinking about November and December. You start thinking about all the things that you want to change, all the things that you're going to do differently. And you start making these promises. You start making these resolutions that when January 1st comes, I'm going to exercise more. When January 1st comes, I'm going to eat better. We start making all kinds of promises to ourselves that we know we're not going to follow through once February comes. We gung ho in January, but February we kind of start weaning off, and then by March and April we have gotten all about the things that we promised in our resolutions. But we're here not only to talk about resolution, but we want to talk about healthy lifestyles. We're going to stop making these resolutions to ourselves, and we're going to start making commitments to do what is right. And we're not talking about making great big changes overnight. It's impossible. That's why they don't happen. That's why they don't work. But we're going to talk about little baby steps. Just one thing that you can add to your day, one thing you can change from your day that will begin to make a difference. So, welcome again to Africa Online. And our topic today is going to be New Year's resolutions, how to keep them, how not to keep them, why we should keep them, and why we should not. At this time, we're going to turn it over to my co-host, Professor Niason. How are you doing down there?
Just a little under the weather, but it will go through this show. Yes,
Wonderful.
yeah, I'll be able to go through the show. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everyone else out there. It is, as you said, the beginning of the new year. It is January the 4th, 2026. So don't write 25 anymore, 2026. And today is the fourth day of the year. That leaves us with 361 more days before we begin to think of another end of year. So it is a regular year this year. It is not a leap year, it's just a regular year. So 365 days. So today is the first Sunday of 2026, on the second week of 2026 using United States standard calculations. It is the 15th day of winter. Yeah, 15th day. And we still have 75 days to go before winter goes away. I see Ambassador Liz shivering there. Yes, we still have 75 days to go. It depends on where you are. Your winter may not be as bad as it should be or as bad as it is now, because January is actually the coldest month of the year, according to geographers and weather people. So January, the month of the first month of the year, has a length of 31 days, and the first day of the month is known as New Year's Day. That was 4 days ago. Whatever it was, well, take it as you saw it, and please welcome into the new year. January was named for the Roman god Janus, known as the protector of gates and doorways, which symbolize beginnings and endings. Beginnings and endings. Yes, so January beginning, January not ending, but January beginning. So with that being said, a hearty, happy new year greeting to everyone, to all of us, and to everyone, hoping that Africa Online will serve you as it has done, as well as it has done in the past 1 year. Shall we say, or shall we put it this way, that are we thankful for the new year? Are we? We should be, because whatever we do, it is here. It is the first Sunday of the new year, as we said already, and it is still time for all of us to share or simply talk about what we look up to for 2026 as it unfolds. Too many New Year wishes, too many New Year commitments, but do you ever put them down on paper, on pen and paper? Do you ever do what Ambassador Lisa just mentioned, New Year resolutions? Do you take resolutions? If you take them, do you keep them? So we call it crafting New Year resolutions or making promises for another year. We call them commitments to meet or goals to be realized. Whatever decisions we come up with at the start of the new year demand careful reflection and an honest resolve to live with them by ensuring that they are realizable. That is, when you make them, be sure they are realizable. Can you accomplish them? History teaches us that many of us make up resolutions but never keep them. Ambassador Lisa said that. For that and for this reflection, we looked around the world, beginning with the good old English world, that is England. We went over across the bridge and we said, what did Alfred Lord Tennyson tell us? Tennyson, yes. He said, please, hope smiles from the threshold of the year to come. Hope smiles from the threshold of the year to come, whispering, it will be happier. Yes, those were Tennyson's words. If you believe and trust that it will be happier, then Happy New Year to you. And whatever we do, let the resolutions come in and let them be there just to make you happier. The important thing is to let hope in and to let it light our path as we move forward. Yes, whatever we do, the resolutions should inspire us to live a better world, a better life. At the end of 12 months, we may not be any happier than we were 12 months earlier, but we must learn to take comfort in the words of South African nationalist and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who encourages us with the following words, quote, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness, end of quote. Because we trust and obey, because we are confident that hope is ours to keep, because we see light overcoming darkness witnessed this past year, we cannot but go along with Brad Paisley, he's one of my favorite musicians, when he sings, tomorrow is the first blank page of 365-page book. Write a good one. So whatever it is, for the next 361 days that we still have, make sure you write something good. Like it or not, we need to endeavor to write a good sentence, a good paragraph, a good chapter, because as T.S. Eliot spurs us on with the following words, for last, that is, we quote, for last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words wait another voice. So please put on that other voice and raise the hope for 2026. So as we prepare to edit those earlier resolutions we already drafted, or as we prepare to write down new ones, let us make an extra effort to give our words a new voice, a new beginning, a new invitation, a new meaning, and of course, an urgency, because we need an urgency, an urgent thing in our lives. Yes, tomorrow's resolutions demand a new sense of urgency, an urgent call on our good angels, not our worst demons. Yes, next year's words wait another voice, a voice of reason, a voice that listens before speaking, a voice that not only acknowledges the existence of a problem, but a voice that immediately invites the saints in us to try to find solutions, to try to find good solutions, a voice that recognizes the existence of an illness before declaring war on such an illness. Yes, hope is the mantra which must encourage us to engage in preventive and preventative measures before going on for any curative action or before engaging in any other action that could either derail or put things back on the good move. We have reason to do so because when all is said and done, we listen intensely to senior US citizen statesman Benjamin Franklin when he cautions, quote, be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. Oh, let me quickly say a better woman too, because I always
you better.
and a better people we can be because we are who we are. And a better people we can and will only be if only we live our lives according to how we planned it, according to how we wake up in the morning feeling. And taking care implies doing everything possible to stay healthy, doing everything possible to eat and drink right, and doing everything possible to eschew those triggers that may cause us to become ill in the first place. Living right entails being vigilant and watching out, rather, and watching out for those stresses and strains that may make life impossible. That is why Africa Online Media Corporation enters 2026 recommitting to raising awareness about those issues touching on the welfare and well-being of Mother Africa. Health, the saying goes, is wealth, because when we are healthy, we do not need to go to the doctor or to the physician. We spend less on health and we move on, confident that tomorrow is a better day. That is why we agree with Albert Einstein when he encourages us to quote, learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow, end of quote. And we look up to Oprah Winfrey when she says, cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right. Yeah, those are the words of Oprah Winfrey. Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right. We must get it right, whatever we do. It is both a challenge and a duty to get it right, because raising awareness about something is getting the conversation started. It is the beginning of seeking solutions, such solutions as will help us take us a step forward. We have a moral duty and an obligation to do so, because as Melody Beattie says, quote, the new year stands before us like a chapter in a book waiting to be written. We can help write that chapter only because we can do so carefully and with meaning. And what kind of goals are we setting for ourselves? Goals that define our humanity in better ways than ever before. Goals that allow us to see in each other a fellow human being rather than some scarecrow, not some alien, not some terrorist, or not some heinous character out there. No, we should have reason and look forward to having better angels around us than whatever we ever thought. Reverend Pam, I will come to you to say, welcome us to this show, because it is another day.
Happy New Year. And Ambassador Lisa, I think I will try to show my face next Sunday. I was going to do it today, but whew, it's been crazy. I've been going at 3,000 miles per hour. So I want to start by thanking God for crossing all of us over. There are people that did not cross over. We're not better than them. So we are grateful. And to you, Nia Song, you're looking younger every day. Ambassador Lisa, you're looking like a sweet, forever 21 young lady. And of course, our beauty queen, Dr. Crosslin, the global journalist. Happy New Year to you and to all our viewers. Happy New Year. There she goes. Yes. Yeah, all our viewers. So we have to have some student interns this year. This month, we need to secure that. Nia Song, I'm not going to remind you anymore. If I end up doing it, you're going to be in trouble. You know, we need some young people to help us producing this show, so we don't have to keep doing it. You know, we have to create the next generation of uh, um, anchors and producers for these shows and contributors. So anyway, I'm very excited about this New Year resolution, because I have not even, did I make a resolution?
I don't know.
I did not. I mean, I made declarations, you know, and nothing that I did not want from 2025 is crossed over to 2026. It's still there, but this year our theme is game changer.
That's our team in our ministry. So I am so grateful to God because 2026, I believe, will be a year of divine health, prosperity. It'll be a game changer. Plentiful harvest, every seed that we have sowed. Oh my God, it's March oh my goodness. Ambassador Lisa, March is our 10th anniversary.
Oh, it escaped my mind. I did not even think about
2026.
Yes,
March will make us 10 years.
Yes.
So we really have to celebrate. We have to celebrate. March 20th. Let me see what Sunday, March 22nd. So we have to celebrate it March 22nd because we turned 10 on March 20th. So we need to work on that. Ambassador Lisa, Dr. Crosslin, Nia Song, the show on March 22nd is going to be our 10th year anniversary.
Good.
We have to make it a big deal, So we're going to celebrate. We need to invite Ambassador Lisa, invite all the former speakers that you brought. We need to bring all the other former speakers. Dr. Crosslin, you get your people that you've invited, they all need to be on March 22nd. That will make us 10 years.
We will do.
Yeah, so over to you guys on the resolution topic, New Year's resolution.
Ambassador, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Niasong, Professor Niasong, Reverend Pam, Dr. Crosslin. As I said earlier, we all make these resolutions and we start off the year working to do these things. And by the end of January, 1st of February, definitely by March, those resolutions are out of the window. So why do our resolutions fail? Why do we have such grand ideals and promises to ourselves and then they slowly fade away? Well, do you have an idea, Nia-san?
Well, we take too many things for granted. We think that, oh, let me just do it. It will happen. But then you turn around and realize that you gave yourself a task you could not accomplish.
That's a good idea. That's
always good to think. It's always good to think twice about it before you go do it.
Yes. Reverend Pam, why do you think our New Year's resolutions fail?
Because a lot of people are not serious. It's just habit. They just say it. Empty words, mean nothing. People just say it, and not everybody. Some people actually have good intentions, but then they just don't have the willpower, especially when it comes to weight loss. Like gym membership goes up, and now with GLP-1s, this year we're going to have a show on GLP-1s. The weight loss, the Ozempic, and the Manjaros and Zepbound and Wegovy, all of them. We're going to have a show on that this year. I don't know which month, but I'm just saying people, they make those resolutions. Gym membership goes up. People go to the gym January, some fall off in February, some fall off in March, and they keep paying for the gym membership. And there are people who say they're going to give up smoking. They may give it up for 1 month and then they pick it up again. Some say they'll give up drinking. Some say they'll give up womanizing, or those who womanize. I don't know if it's manizing or whatever. And some people give it up, but others don't. So it's about sticking to it. But you guys let me mute for a second. I have to take this call.
Dr. Crosslin, the same question. Why do you think New Year's resolutions do not work?
Oh, thank you so much, Ambassador, Her Excellency. Hold on.
Hello?
Dr. Crosslin, we lost you. Somebody came into her microwave.
I think, no, I can't get you guys back. What's going on?
There I go. I apologize. The intercom came on.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yes, I want to say hello to the global audience and to you, Ambassador Prophetess Lisa, Professor Niasong, and Her Excellency Queen Mother, Dr. Pam Fomenong, for this platform and allowing me to try to answer the question, there's a lot of, I actually did research. It was easy, you know, it was a classroom assignment, textbook. And the research finds that most New Year resolutions are um, based on what people want to do. Some, like you were saying, Professor Niasan, some people have really elaborate New Year's resolutions, and that's fine if they can't keep them. But at least they're reaching for higher goals, um, higher objectives. I know mine was very basic, very simple, just to make sure that I do better um, and better every day. Just do better than the day before. And for me, that's defining success for me. And I'm not so hard on myself. Um, there were times when I made the generic New Year's resolutions, you know, drink more water. Those are easy, you know, can't do it all in one day. So I think that is what the research finds. If it's not something that can be done in one day, it's going to, within 24 hours, then more research is needed. So thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you
So,
very
so I did a little research as well, and it says that resolutions fail so often, not because people lack the willpower, but because the goals themselves are structurally weak. We make New Year's resolutions based on the outcome that we want. So we start looking at the great big picture, but what we fail to do is to break that big picture down into easily accomplished steps. I want to lose weight. You may have 100 pounds that you want to lose, but so the mere fact that you say, I want to lose weight, you have in your mind, even though you don't say, you know that there's 100, 125 pounds you want to lose. Oh, that's really overdoing it. Oh, that's really big. I hadn't thought about that well. And next thing you know, the year has come and gone, and you've done nothing towards making your resolutions come to pass. So we base our resolutions on the final outcome that we want, and that's a good thing. But we fail to incorporate the steps that it takes to get there to lose 120 pounds. We didn't get 125 pounds overweight overnight. We're not going to get it off overnight. And when we look at things like that, when we make these resolutions, that's what we're looking at. Whether we say it verbally or not, in our mind, this is what we're saying to ourselves. Oh, I want to get rid of 125 pounds, but I really can't do that. So why even bother? But we need to look at, I want to save money. I want to save $1,000, but you've not looked at how can I save $1,000? I have a 12 months to do this. How can I save $1,000? Let's break that down into 12 months. Okay, well, I get paid every 2 weeks, so let's break that down into, 24 weeks. How much do I need to save? How much do I need to put aside to have $1,000 at the end of the year? And this is why resolutions fail. They fail because we don't plan properly. We don't add the steps to accomplishing that big goal. So the problem is that the outcomes don't tell you what to do today. And without clear behaviorals or without clear new behaviors, stopping old behaviors, bad behaviors that are attached to those things, progress will never happen. So this is where we're going to go this year in 2026. This is the year of acceleration. Not only is the year probably going to go fast, but the things that God wants to do in our lives are going to come and go so fast. So we need to really be on top. So when we make these resolutions, as Reverend Pan said, she doesn't make resolutions, she makes declarations that she wants to change. So, and I said earlier in my editorial that it takes a little tiny steps. We need to do a little tiny things every day. So if cleaning your bedroom or cleaning out your closet is overwhelming, like my closet is, don't think of cleaning out the whole closet. Think of what am I going to do 15 minutes? In this 15 minutes, in this hour, I'm going to do something. Is it going to pull out the clothes that I haven't worn in 2, 3 years and give them away? For me, that's very hard. because I seem to be attached to everything. I've pulled out some things from last year.
Don't tell me you are a hoarder. Okay, when we do
I
it,
didn't.
the next time we do a show on a hoarding, we're gonna bring you on.
I didn't tell you that. I said letting go of my things is difficult.
Wait a
So,
minute. I'm not gonna let you talk. Hold on. I just found that out after how many years. Nia Song, I think we should do next week's show should be on hoarding instead of unemployment. What do you think?
well, I don't know if we need to be discussing that in the middle of this show.
Yeah. No, I'm getting on your case. I'm getting
Oh,
on
you're
the
getting on my case.
Yes, that's what is
Yes.
part of the show. So you need
here
to
we
make
go.
your new. This is a good time to get rid of the excess stuff. January is a good time. We don't need to wait till spring cleaning.
That's true. You don't. So, like I said, if getting rid of your things is overwhelming, then just say at 10 o'clock, I'm going to take 15 minutes in this hour and I'm going to do something. So every day, even if you plan to do something different every hour, if you just set aside 15 minutes is doable. 5 minutes. I've been looking at these commercials for this Tai Chi walking. I'm going to try that. And it's saying you can do this in 7 minutes or 9 minutes a day. When we look at doing exercise 9 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day, that's doable. But when you think about the overall arching problem or situation and how many hours in a day and what you need to do, that's when it becomes overwhelming. We're looking at the outcomes and we don't come up with the steps necessary. So let's decide that we're going to take 15 minutes out of every hour or 15 minutes in a particular hour to do something. And you'd be surprised by the end of that month how much will have been accomplished, whether it's cleaning out your closet, whether it's doing some exercise towards your weight loss goals. Set small goals. Not like I said, you didn't get that 100 pounds overweight overnight. So how many pounds do we need to try to accomplish over the course of 12 months? Okay, that's much easier to do than looking at that great big number at the beginning. So
That
how
is
are we going
why,
to, so Nelson, what do you think about how we're going to even accomplish these little steps? What about our
yes,
motivation? What's going to be our motivation to do these things?
yeah, if we cannot count the little steps, then we cannot travel the miles. So we
If
have
you
to
can't
first
count the
make
little
sure
steps, you
the
can't.
little steps are taken first, and then gradually we'll go into the miles and then into whatever. So please don't tell yourself, I'm going to lose weight, when you know that you are one of those who don't see things and pass. You don't
No, you're
give
one
up.
of those who
You
are
don't give
on
up.
seafood diet. They eat everything they see.
Oh my
That's right.
goodness.
Don't
That's seafood
don't
diet,
say don't
SEE.
say I will lose weight when you cannot give up eating what gives you weight. Because
Right.
if you don't eat, you will not have the weight.
Well, Ambassador Lisa, let me say something. Years ago, I used to do New Year's resolution, but I didn't keep them. That's why I don't make them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I do declarations.
You do declarations?
No, yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, I was just correcting that statement that it's not that I've never done New Year's resolution before. I used to do it, but I don't
Right.
keep them. I
Yeah.
never kept them. So that's why I do declarations.
Okay.
That's a good way to think about declaring, because once you put it out there in the atmosphere, once you speak it out loud and put it in the atmosphere,
Death and life.
it has no other choice other than to materialize
To come to pass. Yeah,
and
that's
manifest
Proverbs
itself in your
18:21.
life. So that's a
That's
good
right.
motivator. We're not going to make New Year's resolutions. We're going to make declarations. Another tip that will motivate us is writing it down.
Yeah, making it plain.
Right, that's what the scriptures say. Write the vision and make it plain so that you can
Or is
run
that
with it.
Habakkuk 2:2?
Habakkuk 2:2, yes. So when you write it down, so you know you go in the bathroom every morning to take care of your personal hygiene. Most people probably get on the scale every morning, or most of us hide the scale so we don't have to look at it. But pull it out so that you'll be mindful of stepping on that scale and maybe having a chart right there on the bathroom wall where you can write down what your weight is today. And
Ambassador Lisa, let me make life easy. Hold
yes,
on, you do this too. We are in a digital age. No more paper and pen. Stop killing trees. Get a talking scale. A talking scale tells you the real weight. You don't have to look down, because you know when you stand on the scale and you look down, you're altering your center of gravity. So
okay.
get the talking scale and stand straight and it will read your weight loud, and everybody will hear what your weight is. But if it's in your bathroom, then only you will hear it, and then you don't need to write it on a piece of paper. Put it on your phone. There are notes in the phone, notepads in the phone. Put it there so you have it digitally. A friend of mine once told me years ago, he's a cardiothoracic and cardiovascular surgeon. He said, people say, oh, they are not fat, they're just big bone. He said, show me a fat skeleton. There's nothing like a big bone. You are fat, you are fat. It has nothing to do with your bone. And then so he was telling me that, he said, if the best way to lose weight, he's a clown. Let me do a shout out to Dr. John Okereke, Texas Hat. He said, if you want to lose weight, dish your food, right? Then go in front of the mirror, take off your clothes. If you like what you see, eat. If you don't like what you see,
Oh
don't
goodness. Most of us would be on a constant fast if that was the case.
That's right.
He said, if you don't like what you see, don't eat. Oh my God, I tell you.
So one way that I started, and I started this some years ago, a couple of years ago, when I go out to restaurants, I immediately ask for a takeout container and I cut my meal in half.
Good for you.
And
That's a good practice.
yes, and I only eat the half that is on the table. Because if you eat and then just eat, eat until I'll just take this little bit left over, you may have eaten more calories than you want. But if you cut the meal in half at the beginning, put it away in a takeout container so you don't see it, and just eat what's on the table, then that helps.
That's a good idea.
That helps control your weight.
Yeah.
And
that
I've been
is
doing
a
that.
good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one needs to do that when you dish your food. Just cut it in half when you dish your food at home.
Yes.
But this New Year resolution, I know one year I promised myself I will not be parking close to wherever I'm going. Like if you're going to the grocery store, just park far away so that you put in you exercise your muscles a little bit. Because there are a lot of people that like to park close to the door. But if you park, park, P-A-R-K.
Okay.
Ambassador Lisa, by now you should know my accent. Don't get me started.
I thought you said we take fat clothes. I kept saying clothes to the store. What is going on here? Okay.
Park. Okay. So park far away from the store so that you can walk. Okay. You can stretch your muscles, because a lot of us, like me, there are times that I spend 14, 16 hours in front of a computer on my laptop. I'm not even realizing that time has gone, especially now with AI. I'm an AI addict. As far as graphics go, not content, I create my own content, but graphics. So I'm just saying, when you get that chance, don't park close to I made that was one of the resolutions I made years ago, and I actually kept that. I don't park unless it's raining. I don't like rain. I don't like to get wet from rain. So when it's raining, then I'll park close to the car because I don't want to get wet. Because most of the time when it's raining, either the umbrella is in the trunk, or somewhere where you cannot reach it, or you are in the store, the umbrella is in the car,
right,
while it's raining. So I actually got a smaller umbrella and put it on the side pocket of the driver's seat. But so that was one resolution I kept.
Okay.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But with so much going on, let's try to park as close to the store as possible, especially if it's at night. Ladies, we don't want to be parking our cars very far away from where we can scream for help if necessary. Somebody can see us going to our car, because things are just too dangerous now. Every day I'm seeing new ways that people are scamming and injuring people. They're putting things on your door knob and putting things on your window, so you get out the car and take it off the window, and now they've jumped in your car. So
avoid going out at night if you can. I don't like driving at night. But if you can avoid it, just avoid it. I know there are times when, it may be unavoidable, but if you can avoid it, avoid it. But we cannot live with fear. There are keychain.
That's true.
There are keychain holders that are alarms, And they also have pepper sprays and all these things. Just get it and carry it with your keychain. Even the phones have alarm systems.
The what?
Your
Phone.
phones,
What about your phone?
they have alarms and systems that you
Oh,
can put on
alarms.
your
Oh.
apps that you can download.
And then
This
how do you use that while somebody's attacking you? You trying to scramble for an app?
no, I'm saying that there are apps, safety apps that you can put on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That you can use. But in addition to the handheld, I was
Okay.
just responding to that. So
Dr. Crosland, you want to chime in here? We're talking about things that will motivate us to keep our promises, our resolutions, whatever we want to call them. Do you have any motivational tips or ideas
Well,
that work for you?
well, I think a lot of humor is needed
Mm-hmm.
um, for 2026, and I think we're off to a great start.
Okay. Yes.
And I would just like to say, I already met my New Year's resolution, which was to
Which was to do what?
drink a bottle of water. Seriously, I did not drink any water in 2020.
What? Oh
No,
my goodness.
no,
No water.
not good at all.
Dr. Crosland, you have to drink half your body weight in
Yes,
ounces
what?
every day,
Yes.
not a week.
I met my resolution. I done drunk a bottle.
She said, I met my resolution. She drank a bottle. It is January 4th, and you've had one bottle of water for the whole year already?
Ma'am, that's more than I drank last year.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
no, you need to
Please,
drink more.
please increase your water,
You have to.
especially early in the morning. I was talking to my cousin. He called me early this morning and he was telling me he was up getting ready to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, it's 5:30 in the morning. You going to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee? I said, how much water did you have? He said, well, I had a little sip. I said, do you understand that while you were laying down last night, your blood got thick? It is stuck to its veins. You need the water to loosen it up, to begin to lubricate it. So I began to tell him all the things why he needed water. He still went to get coffee, but we talked until 7 o'clock. So by the time 7 o'clock came, he was going on his way to go get coffee, but he wasn't going at 5:30 in the morning when he should be having his intake of water. So we have
Yes,
to have
yes,
our intake of water. It's so important to our life. Um,
I know.
well, I'm glad that one of your New Year's resolutions has come to pass. That's a great accomplishment for the 4th of January.
Thank you so much. Like Dr. M, she's the certified executive producer of our television network, broadcast on Fox 5 Plus, Washington, D.C. And every time I call her, guys, no kidding, she's always like out of the country. I never know which country she's in.
Hmm.
Bora, who knows? But I text her this morning because, I was at the TV station late last night. And oh, by the way, Ambassador Fomenon, I know you tell us don't call you Ambassador, but that
no,
could be,
don't worry. The ambassadorship, somebody's already nominated me for that, so it's gonna happen soon.
yeah, it's going to happen 2026. Amen. Um,
Mm.
Honorable Antoine Thompson was my guest that I interviewed, and he was so happy that he's coming. He's telling everyone that he's going with you in September, and he's just really excited. So, and I interviewed him, and so I called the certified executive director, producer this morning at 9 a.m. because I needed to make some changes to one of my TV segments. And she texts me back that she's at a concert. And I'm thinking, this lady never ceases to amaze me. She's always doing something extravagant.
Hmm.
And I'm like, who is up at 9 a.m. playing music at a concert? But I just said, okay, you know. But yeah, she's always doing something extravagant. She's always like out of the country or something. Oh, on a lighter note, I also had to call Amazon, guys. about my Kindle because one of these beauty queens who's very quite impressive, um, her and five other impressive beauty queens wrote a beauty queen book and wanted me to read it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to order this book because that's one of my New Year's uh, resolutions is to read more books. And I downloaded it on Kindle, but I had to call Amazon to find out how to do it because I have a new phone. And and I was always wondering why are like people from the Philippines or even now the Middle East always the call center people? What about Africa? And guess what? I asked the guy, where is he located? He said, South Africa. I said, whoop, whoop. I'm so glad. So we are making headway into getting call centers into Africa. Thank you guys so much.
Dr. Crossley, I'll check up on you in June to see if you are reading those books.
Yes, sir.
That's a good resolution. So I'll
Yes.
call you. I'll follow up in June.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
she's got some books that she has to read, and she's got some water she has to drink. So, when I was working, what I would do to make sure I got my water in, I didn't drink a lot of water before I left the house because I would be taking public transportation. I didn't want to have my bladder acting up while I was on the bus. But once I got into the office, I started with a glass of water, 8 to 10 ounces every hour at the top of the hour. And I drank water every hour at the top of the hour until it was 4 o'clock, because then I would be getting ready to go home. I didn't want to have that same issue on the bus. So one of the things that you can do to make sure that you get your water in is to make a resolution or a declaration that at every hour I'm going to get at least 8 to 10 ounces of water in a certain number of hours. And according to your circadian rhythm, you can start drinking water at 4 a.m. in the morning, and your last glass of water should be no later than 7 o'clock, so that you will have had a chance to empty your bowels and your bladder, you can sleep throughout the night without having to get up to go to the bathroom. So that's a good way to make sure that you're getting your water intake in. Again, you want to increase your water. That is the overall big picture. But what are the steps to doing it? So one of the steps is to say every hour, I'm going to have water. Dr. Crossland, every hour, you're going to drink water.
Water, that's right.
Yes, ma'am. Or we could just blame it on someone else.
I have not heard anyone say anything about, oh no, Dr. Crossland said about reading. I was going to say, I've not heard anyone say anything about reading. Nobody is taking a resolution to read more next year or during the year, this year, 2026. What have you been reading?
Oh, I read quite a bit. I take a book on the bus, and every bag that I have, there is at least a book, sometimes two, because I have like maybe my Bible. I'll read that in the morning, and then coming home or in the afternoon, I read my brain break book. I've always done a brain break. I read Star Trek novels. I love Star Trek. I read not Jackie. I read Robin Cook. And what's the doctor's name? The doc Robin Cook is the doctor. And what's the other book I'm reading? The other John Grissom, he's the lawyer. Those are my brain break books. I don't have to think. I don't have to try and analyze. I'm not studying. I'm just reading for reading's sake. So those are the things that I read in the afternoon or, when I'm riding the bus. But always in the morning, it's always going to be my word. I got myself built up in the word. Sometimes I have to leave the house early. I don't get up enough, early enough to read or get that reading time in. And here, Dr. Pam, is where I use my digital, because sometimes I just have to
Good.
pull my scriptures up on my Bible, on my phone, and I read from my phone. If I'm reading a particular chapter or something, and I don't happen to have that Bible with me, or it's not with me, then I'll pull my phone out. But I like paper. I like to be able to see that. Even though I keep my blood pressure numbers on my phone, something about going into the bathroom and stepping on that scale and seeing that list right in front of me says your numbers are climbing. Because who takes their phone to the bathroom? I mean, I don't take my phone to the bathroom with me. I keep it in the room if I have to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to be in there that long. Um, and I want to be able to find a place where I'm not having that phone attached to me. So my phone doesn't go to the bathroom with me. But if I can look on that wall and see that piece of paper say, "Oh, your numbers are climbing" or "Your numbers are coming down," that's very motivating for me. Talking about losing weight, keeping that food journal. Not only taking half of that food when you go out to the restaurants, but what is it that you're putting in your mouth when you're just sitting at home? So many of us eat emotionally. We eat emotional. We have emotional eating. We have stressful eating. We have bored eating. So if those are your times that you eat outside of your 3 meals and your few snacks that you're supposed to have, what exactly are you putting in your mouth? Where are your nuts? I've got some raw cashews. Don't necessarily like raw cashews, but I know it's better for me. So I got some raw cashews, trail mix, and then I got these little portion cups. And so instead of just sitting here eating nut after nuts after nuts, which while they may be good, a whole lot of them is not very good. So I put them in portion cups and I eat that portion. So I do pretty good with my portions, especially when I travel. My girlfriend in Nigeria says, "You always talking about 10 almonds and a handful of rice." You know, they're very big on eating very big plates of rice, plates that look like mountains. I'm not eating that. That's enough rice there to feed a whole army. Can I
Yeah.
have a handful? So, what you can put in the palm of your hand when you cup your hand together is really considered a portion. So, we need to be portioning ourselves this way. Maybe you need to get a plate that's already portioned. It'll tell you how big a portion of protein you should have, how much vegetables you should have. Actually, your vegetable section is always going to be much bigger. So maybe you need a portion plate or even that water jug that you carry around and it's got marks on it. This is where you start. Okay, this is what you should be drinking at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And you carry that around so that you're getting that amount of water that you need in throughout the day. These are motivational things that we need to keep us keeping our resolutions from turning into lies. Nia Sung, you want to add something here?
Just wondering what we are all doing about resolutions. Are we really serious about these resolutions? Are we just talking about them? Do we really take them? If we take them, why do we not respect them? Why do we not implement them? So let us, as I said, Dr. Crossley, in 6 months, I'll find out how much reading you're doing. So to be able to be sure that you're following your resolution, especially the one on reading. Ambassador Lisa added the one on the need to drink your water, which is very important. So I will also make sure that I monitor you on that.
Okay, so he's going to be an accountability partner.
Yeah. I mean, and that said, did you write them down? If you did, if you wrote them down, what prevents you from looking back maybe a month later to say, "Oh, have I done this? I promised to do this to myself. Have I done it?" It's not just about eating. It's not just about walking. It should also be about general life, our general habit, our general lifestyle. Are we doing the things that we say we will do? Resolutions should not only be about eating or walking.
That's
should
true.
also be about the general outfit.
Are we increasing our prayer time? Are we
that's right.
Are we helping the poor? Have we said that every day when I go out, I'm going to see and minister to at least 2 homeless people? You know, I don't usually do it throughout I mean, it's not like a habit that I do throughout the year. If I see someone, the Lord leads me, I will minister to them. I will take them out, buy them something to eat. If they're standing in front of the store, ask them, "What would you like?" Not just give you a couple dollars. What would you like? Because we have to remember that just because a person is without a home does not mean that their desires and their wants go away. They still have a desire for things. So I always ask, what can I get for you? Matter of fact, why don't you come in the store and get what it is that you like? But in the winter time, right around the holidays, I always go to the store. I always buy hats, gloves, scarves, and I put them in Christmas gift bags. And I take a bag out, at least one bag every time I go out the house and go downtown. So that when I see someone who is, a person that's without a home, I try to get away from saying a homeless person. When I see someone without a home, I give them a gift. That lets them know that they're still thought about, they're still loved. They're not just invisible people who everyone walks by, but do something nice. So if I'm doing it at the holidays, it's something that you can do throughout the year. Wintertime is for 3 months. They need hats and gloves and socks throughout the whole time. But that's something that I really do during the holidays. I try to get. And then with my choir, when we sing for the Christmas choir, when we sing at Love Park, I'm always responsible for the cards. Since I'm retired, everybody else is still working. They may get around to doing a couple cards, but we used to get in the morning before the concert, and everybody's trying to write all these cards out. So I started doing stickers, and I started preparing the cards like late November, early January. So we have at least 100 cards to give out to people. This year, instead of candy canes, I added lollipops. But cards that I put money in, I give those to the homeless people without homes as I'm walking to the concert that are laying around and sitting around. I put them in different color envelopes so that I know that this is the envelope that has money in it. So when they open up their Christmas card, there's a surprise in there. So these are things that we can do as we make resolutions to do better about community services, because those things are just as important as drinking and reading and all the other things. And we need things that will motivate us to keep our resolutions. I'm not going to give my last word. Reverend Pam, I'm going to need you.
You need me for what? You don't have the anthem?
I have the anthem, but for some reason, my Zoom screen is minimized at the bottom and it will not open back up so I can get to.
No, let's just take the last word. That's fine. Okay, let me look for it. I didn't pull it. Hold on. Let me look for it.
Okay, wonderful. So, Nia-san, she said we're going to take our last round.
Oh, okay.
And then we will play the anthem after we've done our last round.
Let me look for it because I have to look.
Okay. While you look for it, I will just let Dr. Crosslin be on standby. You know, you are always my first go-to person for the last word. So please be on standby. So when I call, you will just answer. While we get the anthem ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't start giving your last word yet. I will invite you to do so. So please, if the anthem is not coming, then I can invite you to do so. And please, Dr. Crosslin, your last word on
resolution. Actually, I have the anthem. Just hold on.
Okay, the anthem is coming up, Dr. Crosslin. Just hold your peace.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Where is it? Okay.
Okay, there it comes.
I'm trying to share. Okay, hold on. Can you guys hear it?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
It's buffering.
Wait a minute, it's playing. I'm looking for. I need to share the sound.
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on a second. Okay, wait, here we go. Share sound. Okay, let me go back here. Can you hear it now?
Africa.
Yeah.
Oh no. Africans for Africa. 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 Africans have many bright ideas. If only you let us share. If you really want to know my history, please come, sit down, listen to my story. God gave us the wisdom He guides our footsteps, makes us shine and transform. Hey, as one people with so many cultures, yet indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us all unite behind Africa Online Media Corporation. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. It's time to come together, promote awareness, progress, and solution. Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. Africans, Africans for Africa. All Africans can rally for a common cause, to believe without judgment in what our brother does, to identify and resolve our challenges, to allow each other's ideas without regard to standards. As one people with so many cultures, yes indeed we are one. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Let us solve all the problems plaguing our continent. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Let us empower Africans in and out of Africa. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Africa Online Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. They have all the resources we need to benefit our society. Oh. For everyone, if we believe, prosperity for Africans, if we believe, medical facilitation for Africans, if we believe, stand up, Africans, for Africa. Africa Online Media Corporation, that's a good way to start. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Africa is the cradle of civilization, the motherland. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. We were enslaved not because we were weak, but because of our hospitality. Stand up, Africans, let's save Africa. Jump on the Africa Online Miracle Jet. Don't be left behind. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. Together we shall succeed. Together we will win. Stand up, Africans. Let's save Africa.
What happened?
We are writing our own story.
It should be playing.
We shall tell it to the world. Stand up, Africans, for Africa. No more lies. Africans own Africa.
No more lies. Africans own Africa. That is our theme song, written by our very own CEO, Her Royal Highness Reverend Dr. Pam Fomenam.
Yep, you did good. 2026.
Said she ain't say nothing. I'm surprised her.
You're at 90% phenomenal.
Fomenam.
There's no O at the end. There's no O.
You.
Phenomenal. But you did good.
Thank you. I said I'm gonna surprise her and say her last name as I make this remark about our anthem written by our very own CEO. It belongs to us
Yeah.
outright, and Africans, we do own Africa. Nia-san.
Yes, I see Dr. Crossley. Dr. Crossley, I always like you to give us your last word before we finish the round of the table. So, your last word, please, as you promised
Sure,
yourself
sure.
to keep
Again,
the
I want to,
resolution.
yes, sir. So again, I want to thank the global audience for being such royal and humble and consistent fans. And I want to thank Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Pam Fomenong for this platform, and to you, Ambassador
Thank
Lisa, and to you,
you.
Professor Nia-san. Thank you so much. So for my last words, you guys, my article about losing weight, um, and it's in Women's World magazine. I am in the centerfold again, and it's available on supermarket shelves everywhere. And I'm really excited about that and thanking God for Him helping me lose weight. Now, I'm not saying that people should lose weight. What I'm saying is God helped me because I have been judges in beauty pageants, and some women, they work out and they're very healthy and they look big, but they're curvy and they're strong.
Mm.
And so everybody is different. Um, and they win the crown over thin girls. So it's not by size, it's by the heart, and it's being healthy. And I think if people have New Year's resolutions to be healthy, that's great. I salute them. And I will help anyone that I can with their New Year's resolution. And
Uh-huh.
I just want to thank everybody and Merry Christmas. It's every day, and Happy New Year's every day. Thank you so much.
You're right. Christmas we celebrate Christ every day. Dr. Crossing, I saw that on Facebook. I could not believe that was you. I saw it on your Facebook page, and I was planning that I was going to ask you that. How did you do it? You look like a different human being. I did not even know that story about you. So we'll
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
about that. Yeah. Whenever you're ready to tell us about how you lost all that, you lost a whole human being.
Well, I
Mm.
did not lose a human being. What I lost was pounds, and I
I
lost fat.
I know. I mean, that's just a
Oh,
figure
but
of speech.
God is good, and the blood of Jesus speaks better things, and He rebukes the spirit of death off me, my family members, and loved ones. In Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen.
No, I was not. I was just saying that. I mean, you look different. The amount that you lost. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Ambassador, Prophetess Lisa, your last word as we wrap up
Thank,
on this.
thank you, Professor Nia-san. So, as I said earlier, while we're in the resolution making aspect of our lives, which we all are doing in January, whether we're making decrees and declares, declarations and promises, remember, we need to remain motivated. We need to not only have an eye on the big goal, but make those small steps, those little changes that we can do every day so that we can see by the end of the year, we can see the manifestation of what it is that we thought we were going to do in January. And know that just because you make a resolution in January doesn't mean that that thing has to come to pass in January. It's virtually impossible. So we are so excited that you are here and you're joined with us. So continue to join us every Sunday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excuse me, Eastern Standard Time. And make sure that you like and subscribe to our Facebook page and that you also like and subscribe to our
YouTube.
YouTube page. I was like, yes, YouTube is what you
YouTube
like to
channel.
subscribe to. Our YouTube channel, which is
Mhm.
Africa Online, our Facebook page. And don't hesitate to join us and find someone to bring along with you next week as well. Happy New Year's to you. And as we look forward to keeping our goals, We're here to be your accountability partner if you need it. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, before you go, before you give your last word, are we keeping unemployment or are we doing?
We're gonna do unemployment and then we'll talk about Ambassador Lisa's holding the following week.
Okay.
So next week we're gonna be doing unemployment, you know.
Okay. So your last word.
No, wait, let's see. Ambassador Lisa, should we talk about hoarding or unemployment?
No, we're not going to talk about hoarding.
That's sensitive.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, and just a quick correction. Our YouTube channel is Africa Online TV. That's our YouTube
Africa Online TV. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much, ladies, Dr. Crossley, Ambassador Lisa, Nia Song, and for all that made a new resolution, please keep it. Even if you fall, rise up again and continue. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Okay. All right. And we wish you a healthy, prosperous, safe 2026.
Thank you all very much for making it again. And please, we're just 4 days into the new year. Let's keep it up and make sure that the stars move with us. The weather not bothering us. Don't worry about it. Take it one step at a time. Thank you all very